Oh, there's Tracy. Hi. But no, Jose, she's not going to be able to see because you let her in this part. I meant the other part. But stay here for tonight. But next time, do you follow what I'm saying, Jose? Oh, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Thank God nobody's watching. So good to be here. I'm super excited to answer tonight's question. And I'm sitting here with these really weird headphones on because I am actually living the building of this building business shot, walking that path exactly as I'm building it. And so that's why I'm sitting here in my bedroom with these headphones on, because my daughter is visiting and she's visiting me here in the Dominican Republic, which has been a dream of mine to be able to live on the beach, work on the beach, and to be able to travel and do things and spend quality time with my family. And I get to come here and talk about that and share that experience with you guys. And I'm a beach bum right now. I literally spend my day with some parts of it very heavily focused on work and then go for a walk on the beach. So I'm on and off the beach probably 3 times a day. And this is what I look like when I'm here. And it makes me feel so good being my beach bum version of myself. So I'm Prosperous Jen, and I made the leap from a lifelong career to building a business that fuels my freedom. And I am so very grateful. And now I get to help entrepreneurs build from their inspiration and figure out what their version of freedom looks like and what that life of their dreams is. And like I said before, I'm literally walking this path right now myself, staying inspired. And the question today is how to stay inspired while launching a business. Well, that's the path that I am walking, staying inspired through lots of launches, pivots, and thinking everything through and making things perfect and looking to grow my community with as many people as possible, completely shifting my business model again in less than 2.5 years so that I can 10x my business and get to the next level and just be in a space of enjoying every moment of it. And the only reason I'm able to do that and stay so inspired, and I have to tell you that oftentimes it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And I do say inspired, and even sometimes more inspired when it becomes not easy and more difficult, because then I get into that super hyper focus. Okay, what is the next right step here? And go deep into my intuition. But the reason why I'm able to do that is because I started out with crystal clear vision. I knew exactly what I wanted and still do. I'm protected like a mama bear now. I protect my own space and my own desires and dreams, because I wasn't somebody that was easy for me to do. I had everybody else's. Or I don't even mean to sound like a martyr. It wasn't necessarily that I was so busy taking care of everybody else's life. I just kind of was living a life that other people thought I should be, maybe something like that. I know you get it. Everybody has their own reason. But having that clarity is what made the difference. So if you don't feel like listening to me anymore and you just want to get a copy of my 6-figure blueprint, you can drop ready in the comments, and you can also DM me and I will get that to you, because I'm definitely in a very reflective mood. It has something to do with Thanksgiving, this time of year, really taking that time and space. And I chose for this week to take that time and space on purpose, as much time as I could. Really tried to pull back on, like, this has to get done and that has to get done and this has to get done. And yes, we are relaunching or relaunch. Super excited, feeling like I've cracked the code, but I decided I needed to take that time. And I'm so glad that I did. So when your crystal clear vision is what the space that you are in, this is what's going to keep you anchored. And then it's really hard to keep that vision in front of you all the time. So have reminders everywhere. Really, really spend the time to know exactly what you want and why it matters. And that's where inspiration flows from. But yet we get distracted and we start complaining about this or thinking that, or, worried about this, judging that, getting caught up in the news, whatever it is, or things that happen within our family. I have so much going on. I get it. But I keep a reminder. There's a reminder everywhere in my life, in my space, in every surrounding. There's a meaning behind it and why it helps me remember who I am and why I'm here and why my business exists and the greater good that it serves. And I stay inspired. And I looked up the word inspiration. Inspired literally means to be in spirit and connected and grounded to something greater than yourself, whatever that is for you. I don't even know that I ever have that clearly defined. It's very fluid for me. I can say God, I can say the universe, I can say my higher power, whatever. Just really being inspired. And I love that term. And so when you launch your business and you're building your business from this kind of space, it's easier to have clarity when you're not in this like high pressured hustle mode. You're more in flow. Now, don't get me wrong. I go and I have moments of that, but I have been able to pull back, not make decisions based out of fear, take appropriate risks, and all because I have that inspiration and I have that clarity. So a couple of things that I want to just run through and then I'll get to the questions. So number one, some things that I suggest. Start your day inspired, not in strategy. So when you open your eyes, before you get to your laptop and you start answering emails, reconnect to your vision. Like I said, have reminders all around you. One of the reasons why I love being here and why I feel so inspired here is not so much the beach, which yes, I absolutely love the beach, but it reminds me of what I have overcome and how much I have accomplished to actually get here. And then I think of that, it helps me remember that I'm capable of anything when I am in an inspired space. This is another huge one. And these are just some of the principles that I'm going through in my group coaching this evening. So that's part of my Beyond Limits, the Business of Becoming program. And that's really just a little taste of what we're doing tonight. Being independent of the good opinion of others. Like, not everybody's going to like your ideas. Not everybody's going to think you're a genius. Not everybody's going to get that. But staying true to it, even though other people are giving you all kinds of outside opinions, especially some that aren't even sought after, but even try hard not to ask so many opinions, to go within and really define what your vision is for this business, for this company, for your life in every area of your life. So really drowning out the noise, and then also staying detached from outcomes. Even if you get on a sales call and that sales call doesn't go perfectly this time, or you had an expectation that this person was going to work with you and it went in another direction, we judge that as that sucks, that's not good, I wish this was happening and this. And that's one thing I've really been able to master, because I've been there. Especially in sales, I've been in sales a long time, and like, your energy is what matters the most. So if you're focused on whatever is not happening or not working out for you, that's what you end up approaching things with that energy, leading with that energy, not even consciously aware of it. So just knowing that everybody has failed forward, anybody who's successful at any level, and staying detached from those outcomes, almost like yes, collecting the no's. You have to collect the no's to get to the yeses, and yeses live in the land of no's. Just a reminder, if you want the 6-month blueprint, so you don't have to keep listening to me, it's right there. Otherwise, you can keep listening. I appreciate you be here. I'm almost done. So number 4, realize that you don't need anything or no thing, anything, nothing. You need nothing to be inspired. it's not a moment. I have to wait for this. Once I have this, I'll be that. Da, da, da. You can be inspired at any given moment by just connecting back to that vision and spending enough time visualizing the outcomes that you desire. And be that in this present moment. Embody it. And you will stay inspired. And know that you can choose to go on any timeline and have any version of the things that are happening to you in your life, but a version that is helping you walk towards your desired outcomes, a successful business, even if that means a sale not going through. And the last one I'm going to talk about is desires will not arrive on your schedule. They're going to happen. Your desires will happen. They may not look always the way that you want. It's not going to happen exactly what you want, but you just keep that vision front and center. And then sometimes, almost all the time, even bigger things end up happening and opening up. So even with the setbacks, even with what you're perceiving as perhaps a failure, or it's taking so long, or this or that, just keep the vision clear. Have it be your North Star. Keep following that light, that energy that ignites in you when you sit and think about those desires, those deep desires of why you want to build this business. And that's exactly what I've had to walk through and live my life in that exact space. And it's been the biggest blessing that I could ever even have imagined. And it's just going to get better and better. And I just cannot wait to just keep sharing that with you guys. Okay. So I think, there's a private comment. Beach bum. You could have said that in front of everyone. Okay. What do we got? How do I stay committed to my vision when no one else sees it yet? Because no one else, it doesn't matter. Like, no one else needs to, you will know when to share your vision and when not to, and who to. Like, you get to decide. It's yours to build and yours to create. And like I said earlier, one of the ways to stay inspired is to have less opinions. And then also just, people have a really hard time giving super objective opinions. I struggle with that, but I have to also tell you that I was born a Libra, and we kind of just tell it like it is. So I think I've always had that, and I try to be very fair. But if you haven't asked me for your opinion, I'm not going to just give it to you. Well, maybe that's not true, but yeah, you want to try to keep that vision to yourself until you feel so confident, so ready, but not, right? You want to start messy. You don't want it to be perfect. You don't want any of that. You just want to move forward with that vision, and it's going to be amazing. And you'll know exactly what to tell people. I promise. All right, let's see. Westchester Broker, Danny Deal, Nancy. Hi, baby. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing these. I was like on a whole tangent. Feeling so good. So good. All right, anybody else got questions for me? Look, I'm going to talk while I wait. Hopefully somebody asks me some questions, but I'm not going away. So even if you don't ask tonight, I'm going to be here consistently on Tuesdays. I do my Empower Hour once a month. Look, I'm on a mission to help over 1 million people step into the best version of themselves, and do that by building a business that supports the life of your dreams. Hi, Julia. And so I will be here. So just to tie up what I've been talking about, crystal clear vision is your anchor that's going to get you through the ups, the downs, the like, maybe I should quit, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And the actual launching of the business is one of the greatest periods for the failures that happen during that time are going to give you the greatest, longest lasting results, because you're going to get all those kinks out. But if you spend all that time trying to get something perfect, especially in how fast things move in today's world, you could be outdated and then go back to the drawing board trying to do something perfect, right? So you're almost launching with that minimal viable product mentality. Let's get out here. Let's see. But you want to stay aligned with that vision and be fluid and flexible with it, but know what the results and why you want to achieve these things, and have that crystal clear. Have the possibility, live in that land of possibility. Stay in the game, stay away from the gap, for all you Dr. Benjamin Hardy fans, one of my favorite authors and mentors. Really just focusing on exactly what you want and how much have I gained today in moving towards that goal. And no matter how small it is, celebrate it and feel good about it and have fun and be relaxed. How do group programs support long-term motivation? So, it depends on your personality. I sometimes, to be honest with you, can struggle with group programs. And I feel like the program that I'm running right now, we have a good balance. There's no pressure or force that you have to show up into a group and that you have to do this. Barely anybody comments in there yet. But yet we have the opportunity to be a part of a community or just do your own thing. But many, many people are inspired by having other peers around them. I think it's a fact that people do better when they have other peers and they can be sort of measuring themselves, and especially if it's a loving, supportive, safe environment. So whatever group programs that you do belong in, so and I belong to a whole bunch. You want to make sure that you feel safe. And sometimes I'm just a lurker. I am just as guilty. And then there's times when I'm in a community, I'm in a group, and I dive right in and I'm a really big part of it. But I can tell you that I benefit from both. Sometimes I'm just listening and watching and observing, and I just learn so much. I try to always be, on occasion showing up and being supportive, so not just some weirdo watching from the outside or comment or do something, but very, very passive roles in probably most of the groups that I'm involved with. But get a ton of benefit out of each and every one of them. All right. Well, I think you guys are amazing, even though there's like 3 of you. I love you. And thank you for showing up for me. And I will see you soon. Oh, don't forget, if you want the 6-figure blueprint that I promise you will help you stay inspired, will keep you grounded, keep that vision right in front of you. And also, if you see this and you comment ready, I will also get you exclusive invites to my vision casting that is for my group coaching clients only. But if you see this one, also drop ready, 2 readies, or just DM me or just comment, and we will reach out to you with that information. But that is the ultimate way to keep that vision in front of you, is to do a phenomenal job with vision casting. And we're going to be doing, I think, 2 weeks of that and then getting into goal setting. So super excited. Thank you all for being here. Good night.